maybe. Awesome, y'all. Thank you for being here on our weekly huddle. Julie is going to kick us off with our celebrations for the week. And we have a lot of them, don't we?
We do have a lot of them. You guys have been helping so many people, and I'm so excited about it. We have added this past week 14 new VIPs. So give yourselves a round of applause. That's 14 people that are getting healthier. So all of these people have added a VIP to the team this week. Allie Hostin, where's Allie? I want to see your dance moves. I saw your little Usher video earlier. Never mind. Stop. Just stop. Okay. So Ashley Stucca, I just saw you pop on. We won't require you to do usher moves. Daniela Murillo, Emma Norris, Jen Sauls, Kelly Brown, Kelly Brown, Kim Hare, Lindsay Brown. That's what threw me, two Browns. All right. Michelle Peoples, yay, Michael Johnson and Rosabelle Marin. So good job adding one. And if that is not enough, these people have added two this month so far. And those of you who've added one, you got 250 perks. So you can start thinking, how am I going to redeem those perks? So that's fun. These people have added someone else. So they have two on their way to three. So that is Ashley Stoka, Jen Sauls, Daniela Murillo, and Rosabelle Marin. And that means if they add one more next week, we're going to be celebrating that they got that cute little bento box. So if you have ever been to Hawaii, we're very big on our bento boxes. So very exciting. So congratulate Emma. I see you just hopped on. We just celebrated you. So you can dance behind your screen if you want to. So good job. All right, back to you, Tracy.
Awesome, you guys. And don't forget that we also have a bonus for enrolling 6 friends. So when you enroll 6, you get $400. When you retain 6, you get $200. And if you were to help 3 people in your level 1 rank up, you'd get an additional $400. So this is the build your own incentive, $1,000 extra on the table, which is just incredible. You can mix and match that too. Y'all, I am going to kick it back over to the Sharomas because James came on here, formerly known as Jamea. Funny story. The first time Julie enrolled him for Plexus, she typed his name wrong. And so Michelle and I were like, who's Jamea? I really didn't know. Michelle should have guessed, but we were just like, who is Jamea Sharoma? We don't know. And then we got to know Julie and we got to know James. And now she has permanently changed his name on his account to Jamea. So she changed it back to James and now it's Jamea again. And we just get a laugh every time we see him pop up in our virtual office. But y'all, he has had an incredible story with Plexus. And so grab your hubbies if you want them to hear his story. Or we are going to be recording it and you can like shoot it to them in a message tomorrow and be like, here's James' story. You need to watch this. And I am so grateful, James, for the support you've shown Julie. And it's been incredible to watch. So share a little bit of your story with us.
All right. Well, good afternoon from Hawaii. Good evening to most all of you on the mainland. I want to just share with you my story. She's giggling, but I want to share with you my story with Reset. And when Reset first came out, Julie was so excited about it. She told me about the product and how this could help us with our health. And when I heard about it and the process, I was a little bit reluctant to do it, but I did it because she wanted to do it, right? And so we did it twice, and both times I really, really struggled with doing a Reset. And my hope was that, that she'd forget and that we wouldn't do Reset. But last summer, Julie said, we're going to start doing Reset every month. And that was my biggest nightmare, right? We're going to do it every month. And at that moment, I had to decide whether or not I was going to be all in. And if I was going to do it, that I wasn't just going to check off the box. And then I also had to wrestle within my own heart. Why did I struggle? And there were several struggles that I had with doing reset. But two of the biggest struggles, number one, was that I was hungry. I mean, that's the truth. I was hungry. Second, I didn't like the bone broth. It was that to me is like the hardest part of doing reset. It is, even to this day, it is hard. But so I began to think about my struggles and why what made doing reset hard. And as I thought about that, I really did make a commitment in my mind and my heart that either I was in or out, and that somehow I needed to work through these struggles as we did reset. And last summer, we started in July. I did reset, and I began to see myself losing weight, like we normally did. But something began to happen in my mind as I began to look at my own health, think about my health. And normally I go walking about 5 miles a day. But one of the big things in my life that I know I needed to get back on was weightlifting. And so that was something that, as we were doing reset, I knew that I could do and that I should do, because there just doing reset. I'm like, if I'm going to be doing this, that some things needed to change. The other thing was, and maybe Julie shared this with you, was a cottage cheese in my what's that?
Lean shake.
In my lean shake. And that happened when we were doing the reset. I saw, we just put water in the lean shake and ice and mixed it in there. And in my mind, I thought, wow, when we're done with this reset for this set, for this time, when we're done, I can put cottage cheese in my my lean shake. Yeah.
For extra protein.
For extra protein, right? And so it's just thoughts like that, things that help me to get excited, things that help me to anticipate things. And then so in July, once we started to, once we ended that reset, I was just motivated. Things that I came out with, right? Like the cottage cheese in my lean shake, lifting weights and wanting to be consistent and having the desire to maintain health. And that kept going on month after month. And and so over the last several months, as we began to go through reset, I still struggle with the things that I struggled with before, but it's knowing the process, right? Knowing the process of why we do it. This is for my health. Knowing that even for those 3 days that we go through reset, it's not forever. And then the neat thing about reset is that now, instead of looking at, oh no, I got to do bone broth, right? I look at what we have in the morning and anticipate what we have in the morning and just following along with the schedule and enjoying everything other than bone broth, knowing that my biggest challenge of the day when we do reset is bone broth, but I know I can overcome, and that we have some things to look forward to in the evening. And so this has really set up a good system for me. When we do Plexus is really a daily commitment. It's a discipline, but this also gives us an opportunity to look at things looking forward every month, right? Every month, reset. We're going to do reset. And so on a daily basis, there's commitment, but on a monthly basis, there's something to look forward to. And, as a pastor, right? As a pastor, people see me all the time, right? People see me publicly. And so for me, I'm sharing this with you guys here on Zoom, but people see me living this out publicly. They see the results. And, for me personally, I just feel healthier. And I tell people that, and so they see the weight loss, they see me getting leaner, they see me. Yeah, I have actually, I get more comments on, hey, you've been working out. Yeah. And, and these are by guys, right? Guys are just saying, hey, we can see, working out and everything. But a lot of it is that motivation and understanding that there's a big picture to what we're doing. And, my commitment to doing reset and to doing Plexus, I'm just hoping that this is really a lifetime commitment, a lifestyle commitment, and I do this for several reasons. First of all, because I know, and this was the initial why, right? I did this because I know that plexus matters to Julie, and as her husband, I know that what matters to her should matter to me. And so, so for every product that we take, I know that it's important. So that's what made me jump into it. But now it's become a lifestyle, and this is what I hope we continue to do together, where we encourage each other, we challenge each other. And the other thing for me is that I'm as a dad, I'm like 10 years older than most dads. And then in at Sadie's
Around
school,
us.
yeah, around us, whatever, and and so but I know just I take my health seriously, and I believe that reset plexus has given me opportunity to be super healthy. And you know I comment on this, I tell Julie this, and I see it, right? I believe that I'm healthier. I look at Sadie's friends dads, I'm like, I'm healthier than all of your dads, and I can say that with confidence. I'm not trying to be cocky, I'm just being confident about that. But I know that plexus has really helped. I look at, it's been 7-8 months since we started on reset and started really getting serious about what we're doing, and it's a bigger picture than just taking our supplements daily and doing reset once a month, but it's a lifestyle. And I believe that when we understand the bigger picture to gut health and to our overall health, it really helps us to move forward confidently in the things that we're doing. And so, yeah, that's my story. And yeah.
James, I love it. Okay, so questions I have, and you guys, if you have questions, drop them in the chat. What is your daily plexus routine?
So I get up in the morning, and sometime in the morning I will take Slim, and then I'll take BioCleanse, MetaBurn, and Ease. And then for breakfast, I will have my lean shake with a cottage cheese in it. And then I'll go on through with my day, and that really helps to regulate my appetite, so I don't overeat. And then at night, I'll take my ProBio 5, right? But I also do BioCleanse, and
That's it. Yeah.
that's it. Okay. And then let's see. Also, sometime in the morning, I'll take my active.
Do you do the active before you work out?
Yes,
Yeah. Michelle asked what flavor of lean is your favorite?
the chocolate.
Okay, Cami said Jason is not sold on cottage cheese and lean.
Well, I love it. It tastes
You
like
don't taste the cottage cheese really, do you?
no, it tastes like a malt shake.
And Rachel taste tested at our house because she didn't believe us either. So Rachel, you can speak to this.
Nice.
Yeah, she filmed me, and all I did was make it creamy. So sorry, I just
Okay.
thought I'd pop in and confirm that.
Please and thank you. James, I think the question that maybe nobody's gonna ask that I'm gonna ask, because I think it's hard, something like this, when women kind of get into something and are hopeful that their husbands will maybe jump on board. Did you start Plexus with Julie right from the beginning? What would be some advice if maybe someone's like, gosh, I wish my husband would do this with me?
Yeah, I didn't start right away, but she talked about plexus and supplements, and guys really struggle with it because we hear about supplements all the time, right? I mean, there's advertising on supplements, and we have friends who take supplements, they work out, so that's just part of the discussion. And then the other part is we don't know if it'll work. But for me, what really helped was when I started taking the pink drink, and there was something that began happening to me. And you guys know, I mean, whatever effect there was an effect.
He started going to the bathroom. He's like, whoa, this works. That's
Yeah,
what he's
I
trying
didn't
to-
know.
He doesn't know we talk about this so
Yeah.
openly.
So, anyways, that's yeah. So
That's
that
it.
was, I mean, for me, I was like, wow, this is really cool. And so and then she started talking about the supplements, right? And so I began to take that and I began noticing that I didn't eat as much. Now our family, the Sharomas, we eat a lot. Like I didn't know that until I got married. And then, but with this, it just curb my appetite. But then, I began to see, what gut health meant and the supplements and how it works. And it really does help with my sleep. And so I began to see those overall helps. And so I would just encourage guys. I know it's hard. I get it. And there are doubts and we wonder, okay, is it going to work? Is it not? Is this it's just the fad that she's going through? But when we try it and when we see that it works, and when we can do it together, that to me, that's just the biggest reward. We get to do it together. This becomes a lifestyle thing. And even because it's not always easy, right? It's hard, but we know that there's a bigger picture. So we strive at it together.
That's awesome. James, thank you. You guys give him a round of applause. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we are gonna do for the giveaway today. I actually have like all the flavors of active on hand. And so I'm gonna do an active mix pack and do that for the giveaway. So what I'm thinking is I want you to drop the names of 2 to 3 men in your life who you think could really benefit from Plexus, and go ahead and put those in the chat, and then we will pick a winner at the end of the call. Okay. So think about that. You're not like committing to anything if you type their names in the chat. James isn't going to like pick up the phone and call them tomorrow. But just think about that. Okay. Because you guys, it starts with a thought. It starts with thinking, I really feel like this person could benefit. Jennifer, I'm so excited about Stephanie, but 2 to 3 guys. Think of 2 to 3 guys who could benefit. Because I'm hoping Stephanie's not a guy. I'm just really hopeful. Be very sad. And we're going to kind of move on to the next portion of the call. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is something that is really, really important. It's something that I've been really partnering with some of the women here to kind of flesh out and talk about as we're moving into what is going to be a growth season for many of our businesses. Typically in Plexus, January and February are kind of launching pads to what we call a season of mass momentum. March, April, May, June, July. Those months in Plexus are often some of the months where the most people are coming in for the products, the most people are starting to share for the opportunity, because summer is coming and summer camps are expensive and kids are going to be home, and teachers are looking for side incomes and all sorts of things are happening. And we needed to flesh out some systems if we're being honest. And so I wanted to share a little bit about that with you guys here today. Whether you're sharing Plexus or not, I think this is going to be really helpful for y'all. So the first thing that I just wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about is customer care. Sometimes customers come in and they start on Plexus and we don't do a really great job of taking care of them. And you guys, I heard it said this way today, and I thought it was so impactful and such a good reminder. Tarl and Alec, our founders, they chose the multi-level marketing system. They chose social selling because they knew that these products needed a level of customer care that would never happen if they were sold in a store, right? How many of y'all have bought vitamins and like, maybe you got a headache or like, I don't know, your pee turned yellow, right? Like weird things like that. And you're like, I don't even have anybody I can message. Like, I guess I just stopped taking them and I like wasted money, or like, I don't really know what to do. And then what do? You shove them, because you can't part with throwing them away. So you shove them to the back of the cabinet, or you put them under the sink, and then like 15 years go by and you find them and you're like, I should probably throw those away, right? And like, that's why they chose network marketing. That's why they chose social selling, is because they wanted to do things differently. One, they wanted to give people the opportunity to really get behind this, to make income from home. Like we talked about a few weeks ago, Tarl was raised by a single mom who provided for their family through network marketing, and that was his heart, but his heart was also customer care. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and share with you just kind of a very simple customer care system that we have. And y'all, what's really, really cool is my friend Meredith actually did a whole Motivation Monday call on customer care today over in the Plexus Brand Ambassador Academy. And if you missed that, it was incredible. Her customer care system is a whole lot more in depth than this. I like to keep things simple, but I want to highlight one specific message that y'all, if you are not sending this to your customers between weeks 2 and 4, I am telling you, you are missing out on being able to help them adjust and see the best results. And that message is this. I wanted to check in and see how you're doing so far. I know it's still early, but wanted to make sure you aren't having any issues or struggling with detox. I know I experienced some extreme sugar cravings at first. Have you noticed any headaches, cravings, or loose stools? Y'all, I am telling you, 3 times in the last week, I sent this message, and 2 times I got a response that was like, oh my gosh, yes, my sugar cravings are out the door insane right now. I am so glad to know that is normal. And then I'm able to make adjustments and pivot. Okay, tell me, what time of day are the sugar cravings coming? Is it all day long or is it a specific time of day? Oh gosh, it's every day around 4 o'clock. Well, you know that pink drink, it really curbs cravings for about 7 hours. When are you drinking it? Oh, you're drinking it at 7 a.m. Well, makes sense that 4 p.m. comes around and you're feeling really hungry. 2 options. We can add in a second pink drink, or you can try moving your pink drink and drinking it right before lunch. Which of those options sounds best for you? Oh, you have some extra slim? You want to try doing 2 slims a day? Great. You'll do your first one at 8 o'clock and you'll do your second one about 3 p.m. Oh, you want to move your slim to before lunch? Great. Let's try that for a week and see how it goes. You guys, I am telling you, these messages are specific for a reason. The people who came up with these systems, who's not me, they saw patterns and they are addressing them here. If you can beat a person to the problem that they're experiencing, you have a much better shot at being able to help them navigate than if they either don't tell you or they've decided the products don't work. And you're like, no, this is normal. And then you're trying to come back in and be like, I promise it's normal. It's normal, right? I wish you told me. How many times have you said that? I wish you told me. You guys, this is so, so important. Week 3, hope you're having a great week. Maybe you're checking back in. How has it gone drinking your pink drink right before lunch each day this week? You may not have any radical differences yet, but we want to note even the smallest victories. Is there anything you're having trouble getting in each day, or are you doing pretty good with your routine, right? We want to make sure they're being consistent, that they're finding consistency in products. And then the 4th week, y'all, and this is so, so important. Can you believe you're a month in? I know the first month can seem like you're just finding a routine and finding the sweet spot and everything, but hopefully you're beginning to see some small changes. Months 2 and 3 are my favorite because it's when I really started to see the big differences and feel great. Is there anything you'd like to add on for your 2nd month? Or do you have any questions for me? This is so important because you're kind of reminding people that their subscription, it's going to come. And did they want to add anything so that they don't have to pay extra shipping when 3 days go by and they're like, oh, I wanted to add the kids vitamin. Darn it, now I'm gonna have to pay shipping for it, right? You're again kind of beating them to the punch here. Now, you may be saying, Tracy, I've seen all this before. Y'all, this is what is really, really cool and we're really excited about. How many of y'all, show of hands, have a new friend start sharing Plexus and you're like, I don't know where to put them. Where do they go? What group do I add them to? I just started sharing Plexus and I got added to a lot of chat threads and I don't know where to go for what. Oh my gosh, Amy, I see your face. You're like, yeah, I'm in a lot of chat threads. I know. So we wanted to come up with a simple system for everyone because it can get really confusing. I think we're all very clear on what to do when we have new customers, right? We add them to the Wellness Warrior community on Facebook. We tell them about the 100 PV Club. We send them the getting started information and the tips for success, right? We do those things and then we're so excited to help them start sharing. And it's like, we throw them in an engagement chat thread. We throw them in Happiness Legacy. We throw them in Hope Shares. We throw them in a book club. We throw them everywhere. And then it's like, I don't know why they didn't keep sharing. And it's like, they didn't know where to share. So there is a system for that now. And we're really, really excited. So if you're a note-taking person, pull out a blank piece of paper and write this down because it's going to be really, really good. So when you have a new customer join, they go in to the Wellness Warrior community, or I know some of you guys have your own little customer care communities, and that is fine also, okay? But on the large cumulative team, the Wellness Warrior community is going to be where we kind of land the huddles. It's where we have our 100 PV club and we share about new products and we do product highlights and testimonies and all of those really good things, okay? So when somebody refers their first friend, okay, they've started sharing and they refer their first friend, you are going to have a conversation with them. You guys, when people refer, they have two roads that they can take. They can stay a VIP customer if they really don't have any interest in caring for customers. They can stay a VIP customer and just take the referral, the one-time bonus referral. And then you will care for those customers as your own. You will be introduced to them. You will plug them into the customer community. You will take care of all of the customer care because you're going to be paid like they're your level one, everything except for that first initial business building bonus. Okay. That is a okay option. It is an option. The other road is for somebody who wants to earn the getting started bonuses. They want to earn the add 3 bonuses, the add 6 bonuses, the add 9 bonuses, and they are open to caring for their customers. These people, they would upgrade to brand ambassadors. And this is really important that we start having these conversations with people. You guys, a brand ambassador does not have to be a business builder per se, but they do need to be taking on responsibility that they are going to have some customers that may need help with their orders or may need to be checked on every now and then. They're going to be in a customer care chat thread with their customer and their sponsor where they're going to need to chime in and, oh my goodness, I'm so excited you're doing so well, right? There's going to be a little bit more responsibility there, a little bit more kind of expected. And that is the most exciting thing. And when somebody chooses, hey, I'm ready to upgrade to brand ambassador, I do want a little bit of ownership in this, you are going to make a graphic, which we have templates for, or one of your sponsors can make it for you. And you are going to welcome them in our Wellness Warrior Hope Share chat thread. You guys, you're going to shout them out and say, you guys, Amy just made her first referral and is our newest Plexus ambassador. Help me welcome her and let's cheer her on as she's looking to help 2 more friends get started this month, right? We want to shout them out in that Wellness Warrior Hope Share, the one with the green square, chat thread on Messenger, and make sure that they are added in there. The other thing that we want to do, and I'm going to share this page with y'all so you can see it here. Hold on, let me get my little screen pulled up. We have created this group. It is called Wellness Warrior Tools for Sharing Plexus. And this is going to be a Facebook group kind of linked to the Wellness Warrior group for people who, and you can see what the cover page looks like right here. If you're not in there, comment in the chat and we will get you added in there. This group is going to be specific tools for sharing Plexus. It's going to be a static page that has all of the information you need on there. Post ideas. If you're someone who uses boards, it's going to have a cumulative list of boards. There is a list of issues and product recommendations for those issues. Thyroid, vaginal infections, yeast infections, UTIs, blood pressure, anemia, I mean, whatever. There's a whole list there and product recommendations. There's going to be the getting started guides. There's going to be each month at the beginning of the month, we're going to park the monthly specials on that group, just so it is specifically tools for sharing Plexus. And here's why we want that, you guys. I know I was talking to Kelly Brown and she was like, oh my goodness, Tracy, when I started sharing, you added me to this group because we've had it for a while. It just hasn't really served a great purpose. And she said, it was so helpful for me to just go into that group and like watch some of the videos that were there and like look at some of the post ideas and just be able to kind of get some of the business building information that I needed. And so some of the things that you can expect, we're kind of freshening this up, but how to share your story, how to kind of create your why, which is why you would want to share Plexus in the first place, what it could mean for your family or yourself. We're going to park some of those in there. We're going to, talk about the compensation plan. There will be a post on that and how to understand that, right? And so all of that stuff is going to be in this Wellness Warrior Hope Shares group, Wellness Warrior Tools for Sharing Plexus. So when somebody enrolls one person and decides they want to upgrade to brand ambassador, where do we put them? Unmute or comment in the chat.
Wellness Warrior Hope Sharers and Wellness Warrior Tools for Plexus.
Yes. Yes. And you want to shout them out in the chat thread. And then what we're going to hope to do is we'll have a start here post. We're fleshing all of this out. We'll probably be working on it kind of in Punta Cana too, while we can like see each other and not have to like screenshot and like share. But we're going to get that fleshed out over this next week. And there will be a start here post on that tools page where you can just tag them there. That's going to say start here. And it'll probably be a video from me kind of explaining what the group is, how it works, how to utilize it, and that we're so glad that they're here. You guys, we want to give people the tools that they need to see the results that they want to see. And that way they're not having to wait on us to like get back to them. They can always go there and find some more information. Okay, so they're starting to share Plexus and we're so excited. What about all of the other groups? And you guys, this is where you're gonna have to use just a little bit of wisdom in things to know what somebody can handle and like how to best help them moving forward. A lot of you guys are part of the Happiness Legacy. That is a community with my upline. It kind of gives us connections to our diamond upline and just a little bit of a larger community. And so what we kind of agreed on in the conversation was once somebody ranks to silver, we would invite them, have a conversation and say, hey, we have this larger team page where some business building encouragement and activities are posted. Is that something that you would want to be a part of? If yes, make a little graphic that says, Mary Carmen is silver, and invite her to Happiness Legacy and shout her out in that group. What we don't want to be doing is just adding people places. We always want there to be an add and an action. So adding them to a chat thread and shouting them out, adding them to the tools for sharing page and tagging them in a post, adding them to the legacy page, Happiness Legacy, and announcing that they are silver. Okay, you guys. And so are you seeing how we kind of do this? At that point, that is really all of the groups that we kind of have to be access to. We also do have access to an engagement group where people can comment that they have posted. A lot of y'all are in there and others can go like and comment. We're recommending that you do not add anybody to that chat thread until they are in the Happiness Legacy group as a silver ambassador. It really doesn't make sense to be a part of legacy engagement if you are not a member of the Happiness Legacy. Is that helpful? So where do you go? Say Michelle is a new VIP and she's just made her first post. You guys, you're going to come into the Wellness Warrior Hope Share chat thread, and you are going to go to Michelle's post and click on the little share button. You're going to share it to the Wellness Warrior Hope Share chat thread where all of our team's business builders are. And you're going to say, you guys, Michelle just posted. Can y'all go boost and like on her post for me? And y'all, you can do this a couple of times a week until they're able to go silver. What my hope is that as our community grows, you know, Michelle may friend that person, right? They're going to have at least 2 or 3 people in their upline that they are friends with. And so here's the other encouragement. If Michelle comes in there, she's like, my new friend Julie just shared a post. I am going to send Julie a friend request because she is a part of my direct team. And so be cognizant of that. So like Mary, if Deborah has somebody share, and be like, oh, Deborah has a new person sharing, I am going to go send her a friend request. Not all y'all, okay? Like you don't have to send everybody a friend request who shares, but if they're on your direct team, then there's 2 or 3 people that can comment on their posts when they make a post about Plexus without somebody sharing it. Is that helpful? And then once they're silver and they're in the happiness legacy, then you can give them the opportunity to be a part of legacy engagement where they can comment posted once they have made a Plexus post. There needs to be some clarity there on what that group is for and what the posts are that are going to be shared. And so I just wanted to break this down in a really simple way because y'all, when you are at a moment where you're heading towards momentum and there is not clarity surrounding these things, it gets really confusing. How many of y'all were so encouraged over the last week seeing all those shout outs in one group? Right? It was like, oh my gosh, Roosevelt added somebody, and then Ashley added somebody, and then Allie added, and then Michelle. And it was just boom, 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 Jen Sauce, and then Jen Sauce again. And like, it was all focused right there. And so this is the heart behind this, is not to say, oh, we don't want to be a part of those other things. It is to bring the fire together. It is to say, you guys, this is our crew. This is the group of people that we are linking arms with, and we are all running into 2024. I know y'all's goals. And if we can spur on your teams by us bringing the fire all to one place, where instead of like 4 different chat threads where it's like Michelle added somebody, Rachel added somebody, Julie added somebody, Tracy added somebody, and it's all spread out, it is one chat thread where it's like, boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh. And then, you know, Julie went silver, and oh my goodness, Michelle just did this. And oh, Allie earned her bento box, and it's all happening compressed. And then Rachel's like, you guys, Tammy just posted. Can you go comment on her post? And you're bringing all of that fire to one chat thread. And that is the chat thread where you are bringing somebody once they decide to be a brand ambassador. I mean, can you imagine just the clarification of like, this is what we do. This is where the fire is, right? And then from there, as people are growing, you have your own focus groups that break off, right? Not break off from Wellness Warriors, but like, Cami, once you have a couple people that you're helping go silver, maybe you and Michelle are in like, hey, you know, we're working to do this with you guys, and we wanted to bring specific training here, right? And instead of it being the 10th group that somebody's been added to, it's the 2nd, right? And so I think it's just going to bring all the fire here. It's going to unify what we're doing and where we're putting people and what is even happening. We're going to be having the conversations of who is a VIP versus who is an ambassador. People aren't going to be upgrading to ambassador who have no even desire to make a business income with Plexus, right? you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be that they're like all in ready to run, but like they want some responsibility there. And it's going to make sense to them that you're now shouting them out in this chat thread, right? So you guys, this is the plan. This is the system. Does anybody have any questions about this? None.
Does
Okay.
this start right now, this whole new system of like where to add who and all this, like, is it official right now?
Yep, we're updating the group. We're gonna be updating that this week and like fleshing it out in Punta Cana. But I mean, the chat thread is live. The graphics for shout outs are in the group already. And I would just say, if you're adding people to that group, tell them, just be like, hey, I'm adding you to the group now. Just know like it's good, it's in progress, but nothing in there is like wrong information. It's just not like super cleaned up right now. So yeah, I mean, I think make sure everybody's in the Wellness Warrior Hope Sharers community. That's like the first big thing. And then shouting people out once they get their first referral, just kind of looking through those things and saying, has anybody fallen through the cracks? Right? That needs to be shouted out or needs recognition, needs to be plugged into these places. I wouldn't go back and try to like resurrect the dead. So like somebody who went silver or shared like 3 months ago and you haven't really heard from since then, like don't try to go be like, well, hey, I know you added somebody 3 months ago and now I have this new system and I want to plug you in these places. Like help them have like I would help them have another referral and then implement these systems if that makes sense, unless they're like an obvious business building ambassador, then get them in the places that they need to get. Is that helpful? Yeah. But I really, really think this is gonna bring, like Brittany Howard said it, stay close to the fire. And I really think for us, it hasn't even been staying close to the fire. It's been like lots of little fires and we need like one bonfire. And like that is the goal here, is one big bonfire that everybody is leaning into and staying close to. And that is going to allow everybody to kind of move forward with so much excitement. Y'all, I know we're late. I asked Allie to share her why. So we're going to kind of close with this, but Allie, would you share your business why of why you want to share Plexus, why you started?
Absolutely. So y'all, I will say, I mean, I've been in this 5.5 years, going on 6 in June. And so it has changed over time. But initially it just started as I needed to get my products paid for because there was no line item for Allie to be on supplementation. So that's where we started. And I had very little belief in network marketing, but I knew that my friends were seeing incredible results and I was willing / desperate enough to speak up. So what started there, and it was just so different. I'd been with another network marketing company, worked so hard and not made a lot of money. And so I felt like Plexus was so generous. And I was way more successful, so much faster. I was like, this is awesome. And so then it turned into, gosh, what if I could work less at the hospital? Because I was working part-time nights at the time, and it was killing me. It was not the same as straight out of nursing school. My body was not happy about it. And so I was like, man, if I could go down to one night or go back to days, that would be huge. And so after, I'm trying to think, y'all, the timeline there, it's very fuzzy. But after a couple of years, I was able to go back to day shift, which was huge. And then was able to go down to 1 day a week. And then good old pandemic hit. And I don't know, I know there's at least two people on this call that know what it's like to work in a hospital in a pandemic. It's awful. And y'all, the healthcare system that I knew and loved and came into as a new, shiny, excited nurse, I didn't even recognize it anymore. And the things we were being asked to do, in my opinion, it was just, I had no words. And I think I would have held on to that forever, but the Lord was like, no, baby girl, it's time to let this go. And Plexus was that like safe place to land. And also sometimes when you make it your plan A, B, and C, it lights a fire under your booty like nothing ever will. And so I left. I left in October of 2021. So y'all, it's been almost 2.5 years. This is insane to me. But so it started from like, can I just get my products paid for? Can I work less? Can I leave the hospital setting? And now, you guys, because I've seen how this is steady, reliable income for my family, it has allowed me to move across the country and do something so scary and something I would have never done 5 years ago. I was never going to leave any of my security blankets. But y'all, it's allowed us to do things like this. And for me to be at my kids' pickup every single day and be room mom and go on their field trips and bring them lunches, things that like I never thought I would be able to do. And now my why is I want the women on my team who want this, who have told me I want to be home with my babies, I want to leave my job. I want each of them to experience what I was able to experience. And I want to show my kids that we can do hard things, that I can raise up leaders, that we can impact lives. And I want to take my kids on mission trips. I want them to see like the world and impact God's kingdom, my whole family. I want us to be able to have more memories and do things together. So that is my now why. But y'all, I'm telling you, nothing that I have done in the last 5.5 years that felt hard, it was all worth it, all of it. Even the moments where you're like, man, this is discouraging, this is slow. There's purpose in it, you guys. God is growing you. He is working in it. And so I'm just passionate because I'm so grateful for what he's done and what he's going to do through this. So yeah, that's my
I
why.
love it. And I love it because I've been along for the ride every step of the way and I've seen the growth. And I'll never forget your first paycheck and you were like, why was I over y'all? She joined a different company at the same time her best friend and I joined Plexus. And she was like, why did I do that for a year while y'all were over here like getting healthy and making good income? Like what in the world? And so it's just been incredible to see. If you love stories like that, we have an incredible opportunity for you this week on Thursday evening. We are having a What is Plexus Zoom. So what is Plexus? What are these products? We're going to have a few stories of hope about our health. And it's going to be incredible. That's at 8 p.m. Central, where we will share the graphic tomorrow so that you can invite your friends to hop on and learn more. But I'm telling you, even just for me to hop on and hear stories, testimonies, it is so belief building. And every time I leave these Zooms thinking like, oh my goodness, like y'all 7 years in, I'm like, I didn't know the products could help you with that, but like, there she is, like, that's insane. And so just be on if you can to support our team, support your friends. And the last thing I want to celebrate, y'all, and we're going to end with this, is just the incredible women who have worked so hard in leadership for their place at Leaders Retreat in Punta Cana this weekend. And we're going to be there learning and growing. And I just wanted to celebrate you all tonight because I am so proud. And I know several of y'all have earned it and aren't able to come. And you are just going to be so missed. But the best thing about Plexus, truly, is there's always the next trip. And so we are all prepping for our girls' weekend in Vegas this June. It is going to be the most fun. We may even have like a live Zumba class. Rosabelle, we need to get on that and see if we can like work something up, because that would be super duper fun to just get together and celebrate an incredible year as a team. So maybe we can work on that, Rosie, like figure out when we can do that in Vegas, because I'm really excited. So mark your calendars for that. It's June 17th through 19th, I think. So it's going to be awesome. And we're all going to be there together. So you guys, thank you so much for being on tonight. I know this lasted a little bit longer than normal, but I hope it was super helpful. Does anybody have any questions before we hop off? I feel like Julie's trying to unmute herself, but maybe not.
I sent you a message in the chat, maybe.
Oh, the giveaway winner. Emma Norris, you are our giveaway winner. So shoot me your address. And y'all, I am telling you though, I am going to do what I did with James' testimony. I'm going to crop it out of this. And my challenge to you is to send it to those men and ask if they would watch it. Hey, I know you see me sharing about plexus. You may not know that it's for dudes too. If I sent you a video of my friend James' story, would you watch it? Okay, so that's the challenge. Can we all accept the challenge? Like, give me a thumbs up if you're going to accept the challenge. Okay, awesome. Emma, shoot me your address and I'll send you your active sample pack. Woo! All right, y'all, have a great night. And we will be meeting next week. The Hunter Wrestle is leading out in our weekly huddle while we're in Punta Cana. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.